Hello everybody, Stallions, Handsome Jack Boy here, bringing you guys the third episode of my Borderlands 2 Etek Weapons Guide. Now in this episode, I'm going to be covering the Etek Assault Rifles. In total, there are two types of Etek Assault Rifles in Borderlands 2. The first of which are the BlASSters, which are manufactured by Vlad Off and Dahl. And then we have the Bandit variation of the BlASSter, which is its own type of Etek Assault Rifle. Now, starting things off, the first Etek Assault Rifle I'm going to be covering is the Vlad Off Blaster. Now, if you guys are completely unfamiliar with how to actually obtain Eteks, you are new to the game, and you just don't know how to get your hands on these Eteks, well, they are all random. The best way I can explain this is that they're not like legendaries in this game where you have to go out and farm a specific boss. It's nothing like that. You can get these Eteks anywhere, and you just have to hope that you get them. You know, there are places that are better than others when it comes to, you know, actually finding Eteks, but other than that, it's all RNG. Now, let's start talking about the gameplay. Like I said, I am using the Vlad Off variation of the BlASSter, and I've got to say, guys, this thing is not too bad. Same with the other Etek Assault Rifles. I wouldn't say they're good, but, you know, compared to some of the other Eteks in this game, like the Etek pistols, yeah, these things definitely are, they're decent. Okay, let's just put it at that. And I bet, you know, with the right class, like Axton, these Etek Assault Rifles can wreck. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier, but in this footage I am using the Sham Shield. I will switch to the B here pretty quick. And just like what I did in the last episode where I covered the Etek rocket launchers, I'm going to go to the Creature Slaughter Dome to record these guns with the B Shield, just because it's a lot easier to keep the B Shield fully charged when there's not things shooting at you. Alright, so what I got to say about this variation of the Etek Assault Rifle, honestly, this is probably my favorite variation. I just love Vlad Off weapons, and Vlad Off Assault Rifles in Borderlands 2 I think are a lot of fun. I love the fire rate, and I just think this is the best one out of all three Etek Assault Rifles. But as you can see, I switch over to the B Shield right here, and I've got to say I noticed a pretty big difference in damage switching from the Sham to the B. It might just be me, I just really like this gun, and the special weapon traits of having the Vlad Off variation is that the bullets ricochet on surfaces, and it has an extremely high rate of fire. Now, I apologize that I didn't really get any footage of this gun's bullet ricocheting ability. I just didn't feel that it was necessary because, well, I don't think it's very beneficial, to be honest. You won't really see much use out of that effect. It is cool, and I guess you can do some trick shots with it, but it's not really beneficial at all, and you don't really need to worry about doing that. At least I don't think so. I don't think it causes extra damage when you do ricochet your bullets, like with the Fibber, which is a unique pistol that's when you ricochet the bullets, it causes extra damage. But my point is, you don't really need to worry about ricocheting bullets with this gun just because, well, it won't really help you any, and yeah, unless you just want a trick shot. But anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this gun. Let's move on to the Bandit manufactured Etek Assault Rifle. Now, the special traits that come with having the Bandit variation of the Etek Assault Rifle is that it has a huge magazine. Yeah, that's it. Really, that's all it has here on the wiki. Kind of sad. Alright, jokes aside, let's get serious. So, my opinion about this gun, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of Bandit weapons in general in Borderlands 2. I'm also not a huge fan of scav weapons in the pre-sequel. But yeah, I'd say this gun is alright. It's not bad. It's not terrible. But it's alright. Kind of like with the Vlad Off version. I do like the Vlad Off version just because it's a lot of fun, and at least I think it's a lot of fun. But if you guys like this gun, that's totally awesome. This is just what I think. This is just my opinion. You gotta remember that. But I don't know, I didn't really have much fun with this gun. I love the huge magazine size. You'd think this gun would fit me perfectly because, well, I'm a huge spray and pray fan. I just love shooting all over the place, but I think the Vlad Off variation fits my style more than this variation, so yeah. Anyways, let's move on to seeing this thing with the B shield. Now, as you guys can see right here, I switched from the Sham to the B, and I did notice a pretty significant increase in damage, but nothing over the top crazy. You know, you're always going to get a damage increase if you can keep that B shield fully charged, but you know, nothing over the top crazy here in this case. Like I said, there is more damage that I'm dishing out, but as you might have noticed, I have a shock elemental Bandit Etek assault rifle, and against creatures here in the creature slaughter dome, you're not going to really see this making much of a difference because, well, none of the creatures here in this slaughter dome have shields, except for stalkers, I guess, but I didn't make it that far in this footage. Anyways, as you can see, I did happen to get a tubby skag to spawn, which I'm honestly quite shocked I got one to spawn, but I guess I'm just lucky, I don't know. But yeah, let's move on to the last but not least, doll manufactured Etek assault rifle. Now, the special weapon traits of having the doll variation of the Etek assault rifle is that it is a spread gun, which fires laser beams at 3 angles. It alternates when unscoped. When scoped, fires all 3 for every round fired. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this one, but I do like the fact that it shoots 3 shots in like a horizontal pattern when you are scoped, and when you're unscoped, it just shoots like normal. I like that. I like the special effect on this one, but aside from that, I'm not a huge fan. Like I said, with all 3 of these Etek assault rifles, they're decent. They're decent, and I'm pretty sure with a better class like Axton, these things could wreck face, and I'm not even kidding you, because I know that Axton is a beast with assault rifles, and I think with the right build, I bet you can do some serious damage with these guns. But anyways, as you guys can see, I'm having a hard time killing these loaders with this thing. It's not even funny. It really isn't. I don't know why I just chuckled there, but yeah, this thing should be doing more damage because it's corrosive, but I really don't see that extra damage. I don't. I don't at all. But yeah, maybe you guys will have more luck with these assault rifles than me. I don't know, I just didn't really kill much stuff in this footage, but yeah. Anyways, let's move on to seeing what this gun is like with the B shield. Now, as you guys can see, I switched from the Sham to the B right here, and let's just say I didn't really notice too much of an increase in damage with the B shield equipped. I didn't really even get to see too much of the amp damage because while I was getting shot at a lot, it's really hard to keep that B shield fully charged sometimes. But yeah, other than that though, there's really not much of a step up when switching from some random shield to the B shield. You don't really notice much of an increase in anything really. But remember guys, this is just my opinion. If you like this gun, that's awesome. If you like any of these Etek assault rifles, I've got to say that's awesome. You know, don't let my opinion affect your opinion. This is just what I think. But yeah guys, other than that, I think that'll about wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'm out of here. Peace!